I always thought, gosh, he is larger than life. And he's such a stalwart figure within this movement and so well respected.
Stan Hollen has contributed greatly and leaves an incredible footprint and legacy upon U.S. credit unions.
I think the greatest contribution Stan has made to the industry is his creativity, his ideation, his involvement in the startup of CU Direct, obviously his involvement with co-op. He understands as well as anybody that collaboration is the greatest asset that the credit union industry has, and he preaches it.
When he came to co-op, he said, we have to support the movement. They support us. That's who we are. It's in our blood. And he lives and dies for that. He is just a strong advocate of the credit union movement.
Well, I have been fortunate to have some very, very good people that worked with me. I believed in and still do in giving them a lot of latitude, opportunities, cross-training. I think one of the keys, though, is that I really wanted them to network beyond the confines of the credit union. Network with their peers, learn from other people, get involved with both state and national organizations. You know, you may ask me, what's my greatest achievement? That's probably it, fostering that many people to continue to work in leadership positions.
He's got a lot of courage. He does a lot of really wonderful things, brought a lot of new products into the ecosystem. But I think his greatest contribution was seeing talent and giving them the free rein to do what people needed to do.
One of my favorite things about Stan is that he's given us the freedom to innovate. He's been a maverick in our industry and has really inspired me at Co-op to be creative and to find new ways of solving problems. That's something that I've just really been inspired by and really grown to just love about working with him.
He's been a true pioneer. He's actually been an innovator, one of the true greats that helped innovate and create and build what are today some of the industry's assets, like the Co-op ATM network, shared branching, and CU Direct. I would say that where there was an opportunity or a budding innovation that could benefit the industry by helping them remain competitive or staying relevant or being innovative, there you would find Stan among the other leaders of the time.
For me, obviously, it would be the CU Direct company, which is now the biggest indirect lending company for credit unions in the country. If it wasn't for Stan, CU Direct wouldn't be here today.
Stan called me one day after talking to the board and said, Joe, I've got some good news and some bad news. We're not going to sponsor champions, but we've got this new campaign called the Miracle Match. It ended up being a brilliant idea. It really elevated the credit union support of our hospitals. It was a game changer.
Credit unions now generate about $11.5 to $12 million annually for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And of that, Co-op indirectly helps create about $3.5 million of that total. And that places credit unions as the third largest generator of funds for CMN nationwide.
If you look at his record of female leaders specifically, and more broadly, just leaders that have gone on to become CEOs within the movement, it's astounding. He is a very big champion of women in leadership. If you look at our executive leadership team, we had more than 50% were women on the team, which is kind of unheard of in an innovative group. It's about seeing a passion and sparking the passion and then giving you the autonomy to go and make things happen.
It was really through his guidance and leadership and mentoring that I think I left to become the CEO of very successful credit unions. I will miss him terribly. I can't imagine Stan not being involved in this industry, so I guess I'm looking forward to what he'll do next.
I've tried to counsel credit unions to challenge their suppliers. Co-op is a partner. We're owned by credit unions. That's different. But when they work with suppliers, I really encourage them to push them to put something back into the credit union movement. Don't just make profits off credit unions, help out the cause. There's so many ways to contribute. And I believe that people who have been fortunate enough to make their careers in credit unions should always put something back in, volunteer, help, sustain the credit union movement for the future.
I have a lot of Stan memories. Having him serve as a mentor to me. When I was on the NCUA board, we did a lot of work, and I talked to him a lot about how things were transforming in the system. And I'm really going to miss that insight and those conversations with him, I think, the most.
You know, I love that you've started loading the dishwasher. That's a good, positive step. And I think you're very trainable. I see a lot of things that you can learn, but you've been a wonderful husband and father. And I look forward to our lives together after retirement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National Credit Union Foundation is proud to honor Stan Hollen with the 2017 Herb Wegner Memorial Award for Outstanding Individual Achievement.